All right, so guys, sorry for this late video presentation. I'll be working on eqFTP extension and bracket. I'm talking more about it uh, as we continue with the presentation today. I had some problem with my extension, my bracket yesterday night, so I couldn't submit them. All right, so quickly, the question is, what is eqFTP? What is eqFPT? eqTP. Okay. So that's a question that we might have, but you know. Now, what is eqFTP? Now, eqFTP is an FTP/FTP client for bracket editor, bracket code editor. It delivers an intuitive interface to work with your remote server, uploading unsafe remote file structure, employee and master password description. So this is what it's all about, and this is what we'll be doing in the next few minutes. We'll be learning how to. I'll be going through with you. Probably most of you have already done that already. How to install, configure the eqFTP in bracket. So doing that, we go to open our bracket, which is something we'll quickly do. That's not a bracket. Okay, this is our bracket. Now on the right side of our bracket, we have the extension manager, and we can also access the extension manager here as well. But I'm going to go through this process to access the extension manager, which will take a little while to go to the internet. Now, when the extension manager is open, we will see a lot of available downloads we can do and install on our brackets. But for this presentation's sake, we're focusing on the eqFTP, which is a very good tool to use in bracket. And that's one good thing about brackets too. You can go to connect your computer with the local server we have, and it is very important that we get used to that. Another thing about the eqFTP is most of you might have searched on the search bar, and you've not seen that you click and you type the FTP button, type the FTP words, and it's not showing up. And the other options you can use, which we can also go through. I go to my presentation. Now we have the button open. Now, if you look at it very well, I'm looking for the FTP. Now, FTP is not on my bracket. You can see I can't find them. I can't really find them, so I don't know what am I going to do. That's a question I would have been asking. So what are we going to do if we can find them? So there are other options you can choose from, which I really did for mine because it wasn't coming. I searched for FTP, I couldn't find it, so I had to do the install from URL, and make sure you know the URL you're installing from. And because when you click on that, it's going to open a dialog button where you have to type in not dialog but dialog space, where you can type in your URL. And most of you wonder, so how am I going to get the URL? And I just had to do something like that on mine, but this is the URL as well that you can use to search for that folder down that software. So this is it. So what you do is that you copy this URL and paste them here, like I'm going to do right now. Now when I paste, when I click on install, it goes and install, and when it installs, it tells me installation successful. It's search for your URL for you for the eqFTP and install them directly to your bracket. So I've already have that on my system, so I'm not going to install it anymore. That is how you can do it if you can find them here as well. So we're going to close this because we've already done that already. So when we close, we go to the right corner of our bracket again. At the bottom we have the eqFTP folder clicked here. So I'm going to click on this. It's going to show me a Kong. This Kong, we have two connections that are here, and these two connections we have the general settings we have to do on a bracket, and also create a new connection that can connect our local computer with the remote server. Now this is very interesting. When I learned about this, I was amazed. You could link your folder on your computer to your bracket, and that is cool. And also with the settings, you can save it in iCloud, which is best advice. Save it in iCloud because you might not be moving to a laptop anywhere you go. You can just access that on anywhere you find yourself if you save it on iCloud. For the sake of presentation, I'll be saving my folder. I think I don't have an iCloud account yet, but that's something we should do. And the other one is creating new connection, which I don't know if that's what I should be covering as well, but this is creating new connection. It's actually configuring the FTP itself and other connections you want to create in your system. But basically, I'll be focusing on these two settings that are very, very important. Now, folder for project. This is where all my project will be. I'll be working on this semester. So I want to make sure whatever I do here goes with my folder and they move back and forth with each other. There's a connection. So I'll click on the folder. It opens a browser. It browses and opens, and I have to quickly go to where I want my project to be located at, which is what I've already created. You make sure you've created this folder. You know where to locate them before you start searching for them as well. So CIT 130, and we're using web development. So that is it. And with this, the project will be saving on that folder as well. Now for the settings, like I earlier said, this allows you to store your FTP settings in different locations from the project folder. And it's recommended that you store your settings in iCloud, and so you can easily access them, much like I earlier said, and you can say whatever you want to do that, whenever you want to do it. It's very, very important to do to store it on a place you can find it, most especially. That is it. So with the settings, I would prefer, but I just prefer putting it on my store here your software. We have a lot of folders here, but they'll give me the software I want to put it there. I can easily access them, but I can just store it in this place, No, you can store it here. But I can just store it here for the sake of presentation. Yeah. So this is also very important. Now, store password safely. Now, alright, so for the store password safely, It's a choice. It's a choice if you want to actually have a password on your system. But remember that if you're doing this, you have to know the password, because if you lost it, it means you're going to create another new connection again, which it's going to be another long process. But for this presentation, I will not require password as well. Well, for the debugging, that is I'm triggering this. Is any particular thing I want to debug on I want to troubleshoot the specific program I want to do, writing markup language or coding. Well, I can do that, but I am not actually going to do that for this presentation, so I don't know much about that, so I'm going to use it. But the date format, I think I'm fine with the US because of course that's what I'm going to be using. I'm going to leave with the default. With the notification, I'm going to keep it on. Now, this notification button allows eqFTP to notify you when connections are made, disconnected, or changed. Notification is generally unobstructive. In my presentation, I will not enable this, which is very important. So I will, because I want to know when connections are made, when I'm disconnected, or when things are changed. So I have to leave it there like that. I have to leave that notification tab on. Auto clear queue. Well, I think I'm fine with this. So this is what we'll be doing for the general settings as well, which is also very, very important. I don't know if there's anything I have to talk about here, but I think this is what we'll do basically. So we'll click on apply. It is saved correctly, so make sure you know that this shows up before you leave that page. Now you can close. Now it's advised that we restart our brackets, so this settings can automatically start working. It is advised to shut it down and start again, which I'm currently going to do. So I also encourage you to do that as well. I don't know if there's anything I have to say, but I think this is a little bit educative. If you have any questions, if you have anything you want to add to this video, feel free to do that. I would love to learn from you as well, and be able to grow together as a student and as a classmate. Thank you for watching, and so I'm going to close and restart my